straight up to our top story. It could be the next big thing in real estate. Indian real estate and early movers are looking to invest close to $1 billion in warehouses in India. Why, you ask? My colleague Aishwarya Palwal sent us this report with all the details. Take a look.
From constructing buildings to now constructing warehouses, real estate developers are shifting gear, and they are also shifting their focus. A lot of them are looking at heavily investing in the warehousing sector in India. According to CBRE, the warehousing sector in India could touch anywhere close to 125 million square feet of space in the next 5 years. Big players like Bengaluru-based Embassy Group and Assets Group have already come out with their plan. Embassy Group has already formed a $250 million warehousing joint venture with global private equity player Warburg Pincus. This happened last year. They are looking at procuring lands anywhere between 50 to 200 acres in cities like Ahmedabad, Pune and Bengaluru. Now, some of the few reasons why this has happened is because a lot of these players are very confident that the goods and services tax would be implemented next year. Also, they are seeing a boom in the e-commerce industry. E-commerce players like Amazon and Flipkart are the ones who have been driving the warehousing industry in India for the past 2 to 3 years. Also, we are seeing a spurt in manufacturing on account of Make in India campaign. Now, actually what GST will do is that it will cut the multiple number of taxes that players had to pay. So the multiple warehousing strategy will now be replaced with centralized large warehouses. Private developers are excited because such large warehouses would ensure them a steady flow of income with very little investment.
Alright, so even as real estate players are placing big bets on warehousing, GST is going to be very crucial. It's going to be a game changer for the industry if implemented. To give us more perspective on why real estate players are shifting gears and entering this space, we're joined in by Mr. Jesmond Singh, Head Industrial and Logistics at CBRE South Asia. Thank you so much for joining us here on Magic Bricks. Now, first question to you. Why are we seeing this shift now? What prompted developers to enter this segment?
I think part of this is also because of the space absorption that the e-commerce sector has done in the past year and a half. The challenges that developers have had to persuade grade A tenants like Amazon and Flipkart to come into their warehouses because of quality issues. And I think because these e-com companies have set new benchmarks for quality, people see a potential of higher rentals, higher yields, and that's why they want to unlock the value of land parcels that they have or they intend to purchase to cater to this requirement. Gone are the days that you would negotiate a sub-10 rental in Bhiwandi or a 10 to 12 rupee rental range in Gurgaon. Today, we are talking about an upwards of 20 rupees per square feet of rentals for a grade A property anywhere in the Bhiwandi region or the Gurgaon region. So the interest also stems from a commercial reason, along with GST adding the icing on the cake.
All right, Mr. Singh, also tell us, have you seen a lot of real estate players coming into this space? Do you expect a lot of players to come into this sector in the next 3 to 5 years?
There are a whole lot of venture capital and private equity people who are eyeing this sector for the past 5 years. There are global developers like Prologis, Mapletree, GIC who've been eyeing this market and doing studies for the past 5 to 6 years. And I think there are a lot of fringe sitters who are just waiting for the right deal to happen for them to jump into this sector. So we see a lot of traction happening in the past 6 months since the GST picked up steam. And we still see that traction coming in because all these people believe that GST is going to come in, and that's the way to go forward.
Now, the last question, Mr. Singh. Do you think we will see this shift impact the residential real estate space as well?
So if we are talking about larger format warehouses coming in a post-GST scenario, it goes without saying that when large hubs come up, which will see a footfall of, let's say, about 2,000 to 3,000 people coming in and working in that warehousing complex on a daily basis, it will definitely have an opportunity coming in for allied real estate portfolio like residential, commercial and retail. However, it might not be on the lines of what you see in South Bombay or Gurgaon, or let's say posh localities. These would be primarily EWS constructions for blue-collar workers out of the warehouses, with some component for white-collar workers who want to stay there. It will definitely have shopping centers coming up because that will basically serve their needs of living in that area. And obviously, allied infrastructure will also develop.
All right, Mr. Singh, thank you so much for joining us here on Magic Bricks. Now,